kid. Hey yo, I started off gentle, my stroke game mental, my lifestyle eventful. I didn't mean to offend you. Fendi belt saying I style like I'm mental. Moving wild and mental. I made another 5 this week. Your money playing hide and seek. I don't even like to speak.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features 2 quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Jameis Winston's Buccaneers going up against Tannehill's Dolphins.
Thank you, Larry. It is a hot and humid afternoon as we get set for football in the southern part of the Sunshine State in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida. As a moment ago, the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw is Tannehill. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now Tannehill under pressure again, and down he goes again. Gerald McCoy in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Ready, moving.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. A toss play. This is Martin. And he is out of bounds here. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here is Martin on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. Folk out there now to kick this one off. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles, the backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game, and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Right back to Drake. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. But expanding a little bit on Kenyon Drake, interesting year because hardly used early on. Then Jaycazzz goes to Philly, and he took over as the Dolphins' lead back after that trade.
And was never a lead back in college. He was always that accessory piece who helped them in the special teams as well. So we'll see what the Dolphins decide to do in 2018. See if they give him a little competition at that spot.
And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he rifles one incomplete. Parker unable to get that one. And now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 39 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year. They totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. First down, here's the run with Martin. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. They go play action here on first down. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Back to the ground, Martin. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Martin. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Winston. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run. Martin. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This the most important of them all. Third and goal. Throwing. Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Folk out there now to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Hurdles over him. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He went all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 1st and 10, Winston. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Second down, Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And a 10th carry here for Martin. Looking for an opening. Not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. They run it again with Martin. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Goes underneath to Martin, and he'll get it down here to the 43. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. To throw, Winston. And break, the tight end's got it. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll give the Bucs a first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Down to the 25. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him to just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Back now in Miami. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jameis to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Winston with a give to Martin. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
And Stills over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.